Hello, and welcome to the Footy Podcast. To benefit Here's Help. Here's Help is a nonprofit comprehensive rehabilitation and educational agency that's been providing treatment services in South Florida since 1968. For more information on Here's Help or Footy's podcast, you can contact us at 305-685-8201. If you need help or know someone who has a substance abuse or alcohol problem, you can call our admissions office at 305-685-8201, extension 224. If you'd like to make a cash donation to Here's Help and join the fight against drug abuse, call Footy at 305-685-8201, extension 227. Now, here's Footy.
Hello once again, and welcome to the Footy Podcast, coming to you live from the Here's Help facility in Miami Gardens, Florida. And we want to thank you for watching our videos and helping support all the great work being done here at the Here's Help campus. We are on 151st Street and 27th Avenue in Miami Gardens, and the facility has been here for many, many years. I first met Footy in 1983. That was the first time I paid a visit to the campus. And at that point, there was just a small house up on the corner. And the campus has grown now. It's sprawling, it's huge. There's several dorms, several buildings on the campus now. The Dan Marino Athletic Field is just outside. And the plumbing school is going up here on the campus. And the whole concept of what goes on at Here's Help is the education, getting your education and getting that replacement life, replacing those hours spent in the world of substances and replace it with the new I guess pursuits is the best way to put it. So there are a lot of things going on here, none the least of which is Miami-Dade County Public School campus, where I think you're going to the school on the campus here?
Yeah.
Yes.
We both do.
You both.
Yeah.
So you're both going for your high school diploma.
Yeah.
So and we're going to talk to these young men in just a moment. Jack?
No, Cody and Jack.
Cody and Jack. I got you mixed up there. Cody and Jack are with us, so we want to talk with them about their experiences here at the campus. But just want to give you an idea of what's going on here as we're in the Frank Amadeo building, which houses our studios where we do our podcast, and where the original Here's Help show, which aired for many years on terrestrial radio in Miami, was also produced here. There's a fully equipped music school and recording studio area in the same building with us. We share the same wall with a lot of drum kits and guitars and keyboards, and a lot of that equipment was donated by Emilio and Gloria Estevan. We want to thank them for their support over the years. There's a computer lab here. There's also an art class in this building. And again, we have dorms here. And in addition to the plumbing school, which should be open pretty soon, I keep going over and looking at the building, and it looks like we're just, I guess, needing those permits, as it were. And then there are a lot of off-campus programs. We talked with Eddie from the Youth Automotive Training Center, which is off-campus, where a lot of guys who come through here get their automotive repair certifications so they can go and get that replacement life. So it's good to have you two with us, and we want to talk a little bit about your experiences and what led you both to be on our campus and to be on our podcast with us. So we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and your first experiences with substances, and what wound up with you being here with us.
Well, I grew up in like Bradenton, Riverview, Tampa, Florida. Mm-hmm. My first experiences with substance was with my older brother, which he's gone through a lot of stuff with me too. So we've done substances together quite a time, which he introduced me to it. And I kind of thought it was normal, you know what I mean? So I would take them, I would smoke, I would think it's normal to smoke, you know? And then I kind of got used to it, to smoking and having that like that euphoric high that you get. And I just thought it was normal. So.
And so how did you wind up in South Florida from
Tampa to Miami?
Yeah.
I was not considering this program, and my parents really pushed it to me, and I was just not looking forward to it. So I kind of wanted to go away by myself, which was not a good idea because I'm not even 18 yet. So, pretty much, my parents I was in another facility and they brought me over here. So, yeah.
And and we've talked before, and we've talked to a lot of young men who first come through the program. And when you first arrive, even as you mentioned, you're not really happy to be here.
No, but you learn to adapt.
Right.
So.
Well, and there's a lot of structure that goes on in the day here. So you're constantly busy until later in the evening, when I'm sure at that point you're just ready to go to sleep anyway.
Pretty much about when you wake up at 7 a.m. on the weekdays. So.
And that's how it starts at 7. How at 7, what do you do?
You go to bed at 10.
And what goes on in between all that time?
We eat breakfast. We go to school on the weekdays. We go back from school to lunch at 11:30, and we go back to school, and then after school we go to PE, and we have PE to 2:30 to 3:30, and pretty much after that is just basic like time. You go take a shower after you go to PE, and then after that you basically have your own free time after group, which is at 4. Is that 4 or? Yeah, 4.
And you're in, I was going to say culinary, aren't you?
No, I'm in graphics.
In graphics. Yeah. And what is that all about?
Make t-shirts. You learn about Adobe, After Effects, and Premiere. All of those apps that you use on the computer to design certain stuff. And you're almost out of here. You have your points. Pretty much. I got probably like less than 30 days.
And so what are you thinking about when that day arrives? What are you thinking about?
My future.
Yeah.
And building relationships that I've lost and hurt. So I look forward to rebuilding and making amends to my family. And
are you looking at maybe something in graphics for employment when you leave here? Or what are you thinking about?
Not necessarily,
as far as that replacement life.
It could be a good tribute to a job in the future, learning those apps. So. Yeah.
So you're not really sure. You just know you're going to mend some fences and take it from there. You haven't really thought about career as when you leave.
It could be useful to YouTube, certain channels that you want to do. Like making a profile picture or video thumbnails. So
we've talked in the past before. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and your issues with substances, and what led you to yourself.
So I'm from down south, like South Miami area, and Pinecrest, and I first started using drugs when I was 13. I started smoking, usually just to party, and then my mom wanted me to stop smoking because like it would change my mood, like not really though, but like she would see it sometimes, so she wanted me to stop smoking, so she put me in this program on June 16th.
So your experiences were with marijuana only, or did you also experiment with other substances?
I did marijuana when I was 13, but that's what I mostly do. And then I got into other drugs like last year. But I only smoke weed though.
And do you sort of like echoing our earlier conversation about when you first arrived here, was it really where you wanted to be?
No, when I first came here, I saw this place as like, oh, I'm just going to take a quick tolerance break. When I get out in the 4 months, I'm going to smoke again. But this place changed me. So I don't think I'm going to smoke anymore. So
you had that, what we refer to as fake it to make it. I'll just go through this and walk through this and tell the counselors what they want to hear. But then somewhere along the way that changed. What do you think what happened that changed your perspective?
I just started reading and like working on myself and trying to focus on my future and see what I want to do when I graduate high school.
And what is in your future? What are you thinking about doing when
I want to
you?
be a businessman, an investor.
Now we've had conversations before, and you're the word on the street here is that you're the resident genius.
Yeah.
He says, yeah. You're agreeing with me.
Yeah.
So we're all expecting great things. You're thinking about the world of finance?
Yeah, finance.
Yeah. And you're saying that comes pretty easy to you.
Yeah, I just read books about it, do research. I just want to be an investor, do taxes, be a businessman, own my own business. So yeah.
Well, you're both pretty close to achieving at least the first part of that goal, which is finishing up what's going on here, and then moving on to that replacement life. There's a point system that goes along with graduation. Who wants to tell us about the point system?
You get 1 point every day, and you need 120 to graduate. So 4 months in the program.
And so how many points do you have?
I have like 97, 98.
And how many do you have?
Probably like 105 or something.
So,
like that, or close to that.
So like you said, about 30 days.
Less than 30 days, yeah.
And you're heading out. Well, I want to thank you guys for being with us and being on the podcast with us and talking with us about your experiences. And I'm glad that things have gone so well for you. You both seem like you're very focused on what's to come and what you want to do. And it would be great. A lot of the young men who go through the program stop back for a visit. So it would be really cool if you guys ever swing back by. Make sure you let us know ahead of time. It would be great to catch up with you.
Probably not me because I'm in Tampa, but
right. You're not just not like on your way to work.
You're not coming a 4-hour drive, not to come all the way over here.
Well, you never know. Maybe your little business pursuits when you get out of here will bring you over here from time to time. Maybe
That's a very good idea.
You'll be the Miami liaison for a major corporation.
It's a good idea.
that he owns.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, listen, again, and best of luck to you guys. It's great to talk with you and see that you're so. I keep wanting to use the word focus, but I don't want to overuse it. But you seem like you're ready for what's to come. So that's great, and we would love to be able to hook up with you again.
We're both determined.
Good. Well, we're determined for you, and I think I've mentioned many times before. You can always come back here if you need a refresher. That's one of the great things about the program here. Yeah. It's always going to be here, and there's no one going to judge you because you came back. It's taken you years to get in this situation, and sometimes it takes more than a couple of months to redo that. So, but it's great to have you both on and talk with you both. And if we don't see you again before you graduate, best of luck. And we hope that we hear great things from both of you here. Thanks for being our guest on the Footy Podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you been introduced to Footy Sauce? Footy Sauce makes it easy to give ordinary chicken wings extraordinary flavor. Footy Wing Sauce is made with a perfect blend of herbs and spices. So what are you waiting for? Pour it on. Footy's Wing Sauce guarantees you a better tasting chicken wing every single time. When you fire up the grill, pour it on. Let Footy be your wingman. Kick your next party up a notch with Footy Sauce. Grab Footy's Wing Sauce and pour it on.
Thank you for listening to the Footy Podcast. To benefit, here's help. For more information about the Footy Podcast or Here's Help, contact us at 305-685-8201. If you need help or know someone who has a substance abuse or alcohol problem, you can call our admissions office at 305-685-8201, extension 224. If you'd like to make a cash donation to Here's Help and join the fight against drug abuse, call Footy at 305-685-8201, extension 227. The executive producer of the Footy Podcast is Sam Zarco, COO of Here's Help.